Is that yogurt? Is that milk I smell?
Ooh. Ew, brother. Ooh.
Because this is Modern Horizon spoiler season.
Spoilers.
And it's over.
Yep. At time of recording, time of death.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this weekly.
Vicious scumbag died of the flu.
Yeah. So
R.I.P.
so now we got to do all of them.
We about to cover all of Modern Horizon 3's leaks that are worth anything.
Yeah, if it's not, I'm not talking about every single common. We will talk about every single rare and mythic because they're rare or mythic.
Oh.
But I forgot to introduce myself.
Oh.
Me, it's I, your honorable sensei, across from me.
The vicious scumbag.
And together, we are Longturnlarry Podcast. Let's jump into the first card. We got a whole bunch of time.
Well, right before we do, remember we have a scale 0 to 99. Closer you are to 100, the worse the card is. Closer to 0 we are, the better it is. The number one spot is must include. 99s are what you do.
Please stop.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
There's a button somewhere.
We promised.
Okay, so the first card that we have here is a cycle. These are 2-color spells attached to lands that come into play tapped for 2 colors. So this first one is Suppression Ray. 3 colors Azorius for a sorcery. Tap all creatures target player controls. You may pay X energy, then choose up to X creatures tapped this way. Put a stun count on each of them. The stun counter, if they would come untapped, they stay tapped for at least 1 turn.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And then on the backside, Azorius tap land.
I love these. I think this is really cool.
So at a baseline, all of these are pretty decent, even like the bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, this is a bad one.
Yeah, I'm right there.
I give this one an 85.
I gave it a smooth 63.
If you need to play it for budget reasons, it will help you like get in for an attack.
Yeah. And a proliferate deck does like this because counters can be proliferated. So stun
It doesn't
counters.
give you energy though.
No, but proliferating
So you
the
have
stun counters.
You have to have energy and you have to have proliferate.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give it the highest rating. It can be useful. I do love the dual purpose cards though.
Yeah,
I think they're
like
cool.
I said, these cards are only so bad because they're spells.
Yeah, exactly. When I hear its name though, you know what I think of? Man Ray, the suppression
oh my
ray.
Goodness.
Because that card was plain evil.
Evil.
Oh, stop it, the old coot. Next, we have Waterlogged Teachings. Wow, speaking of, that was a good segue. Waterlogged, Mermaid Man, and Barnacle Boy. For 3 colorless and Demir, which is blue-black, you have an instant that says search your library for an instant card with, or a card with flash. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then, of course, on the other side is a Demir tap land, which, honestly, I love that the art correlates to. That's the other part that's really cool about these. I gave this one an easy 80. I don't see it as being as powerful at first on first read. Honorable, I think you look at this different.
I gave it a 30.
A 30?
It's a tutor on the land. This card actually like sorta exists.
Yeah.
So like they just like took that card, gave it black, and slapped a land on it.
Yeah.
Like this tutors for a whole bunch of stuff actually.
Yeah, when I was first reading it, I was like, does it have to have flash? It doesn't make any sense. But No, it's not horrible. I don't think it's bad.
This gets your Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Okay, next card. It is 5 colorless for a Rakdos. It's Blood-Soaked Insight. It's a sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. Target opponent exiles the top 3 cards of their library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. If you cast a spell this way, mana of any type can be used. They worded this terribly.
Yeah, they worded this one
Mana
horribly.
of any type can be spent to cast it. Ugh, why don't they just stick with the same?
I know. The other text worked just fine. I don't get why we needed to change that.
And then on the backside, it is Sanguine Morass. Sanguine Morass. Rakdos Tapland. This card, I gave it a 76. I feel like you gotta jump through a whole bunch of hoops to get there. You gotta deal 5 damage, then you gotta cast a spell.
I don't think
I'm
it's
soft
horrible.
on it.
I gave it a 53. I like the damage effect. I like the cost reduction. This could, in theory, just be, 2 mana. And again, I like these double land ones, so I agree with you. These ones can only be so bad. Next, we got Stump Stomp. This is a tree folk about to squish a boy. Colorless and Golgari. No. Gruul. A colorless and Gruul, green or a red, for a sorcery that says target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. And on the backside, we have Barn Willow Clearing for a Gruul tap land. This one, I have to agree with Honorable when he first was showing me these cards. I think this might be one of my more favored ones out of it, but I gave it a smooth 35. Good fight spell and a land. Like, where can you go wrong?
Yeah, I gave this a 22. Green doesn't get access to a lot of removal. I mean, this is Gruul's. Red sort of does.
Yeah,
but
red does.
It's a cool medium, and it's a land.
Yeah.
And it's 2 mana.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's a good.
This could have easily been 3 mana.
Mm-hmm. Oh, without even, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't have probably changed my rating either.
Okay, next one is Glasswing Grace. It is 3 colorless and Azorius for an aura enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has flying and lifelink. And backside is what you expect. I gave this one a 47. I don't know too many Azorius decks that want this enchantment, really. But if you are in exactly Azorius colors and you want this, more power to you.
Gave it a 38. I have a soft spot for lifelink. It is just, I feel, a very, very powerful keyword. And again, any of these decks that aren't green, having something to where you can be like, oh, here's a land instead. I'm all about it. Strength of the Harvest. This one might be one of the better ones too. 2 colorless and green or a white, which is Selesnya. There we go. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each creature and or enchantment you control, with Haven of the Harvest on the back, which of course is the Selesnya tap land. This thing is a better version of all that glitters for a Selesnya Populate deck. So I gave this an easy 34.
Yeah, this one's bonkers. I gave it a 22. There's just an amazing spell.
Yeah.
Just what is there to say?
It's super
good.
It's
just a really good card. Excellent.
Yeah.
Next card, Rush of Inspiration.
Quickly.
1 colorless and a Is it? For an instant, draw 2 cards, then discard a card at random unless you pay 2 energy. No. No. 85. No, I don't want to take, unless I'm in an energy deck specifically, I never want to take a chance to like discard a good card just to play this.
I gave it a higher rating, a 43. I was selling honorable. What was the Fallout precons? The Dr. Lee, that was the first time I saw something to where I was like, energy might not be total buns. And I'm not super mad, so I don't think it's horrible. So I gave it a 43. I think it fits in the deck that it needs to be in. And of course, it's still got a land side to it. So, I mean, like, can you be mad at it?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Revitalizing Repast for a Golgari, a black or a green for an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains indestructible until end of turn. On the other side is Old Growth Grove, which is just a classic Golgari tap land. This is great. Again, this is just super good. I gave it a 25. We're snagging a solitary heroic intervention, and then I could run it as a land if I need it all day.
Yeah, it saves a creature, puts a +1/+1 counter. This could have easily been 2 mana.
Again, without, and I wouldn't have been mad.
And I wouldn't have been mad. The fact that it's one is sort of bonkers. Give this one's a 20.
Yeah, and or as well, like just chef's kiss, and nothing extra. Like you don't gotta do something fancy for it. It's just
you don't gotta spit in your opponent's eye.
I spit on you.
All right, Legion Leadership is probably my favorite one so far. 1 colorless and a Boros for an instant until end of turn. Double target creature's power. It gains first strike. And then Boros tap land. Like I feel like this was double strike, yes. And they were just like, we can't do that.
Too much. Reduce.
And then the guy's like, double the power.
I'm still getting double something.
I'm getting that first strike, son.
Fine.
This is like in the Boros deck that wants to one shot you. Like this will just kill you. Like this card will probably kill more people than any of the other ones.
Yeah. It's a combat trick because it's an instant on top of that.
And no one expects combat tricks in Commander.
Nope. Not the same.
So you're just gonna die to this randomly.
Yeah, you're gonna double a Johnny something. It's gonna be like a 28/28 out of nowhere. And you're like, wait a minute, please.
Like, man, in the first strike.
Yeah, as if it needed more. Yeah. What'd you give it?
I gave it a 20.
I gave it a 28. I feel like that's a fair number for it. I don't foresee this being, just bad. Oh, man. All right, here they come. I hope you guys are excited. Here's the first Eldrazi we're going to talk about. Drowner of Truth. 5 colorless, Simic, for a 7/6 devoid Eldrazi, meaning this card has no color, even though you had to pay color to get it. Whenever you cast a spell, if a Wingding was spent to cast it, create 2 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens, would sacrifice this at a Wingding. And then it also is a Simic tap land on the back. As if Simic needed an extra land that could also be a 7/6. And it's an Eldrazi. I gave this thing a 43 just because I love the idea of Simic Eldrazi, and the fact that it's also a land just makes me giggle. It's everything that you would want.
I gave this a 89. I don't really care for the body.
No.
And you have to use Wingding to get these spawns. Don't care.
If you're Eldrazi,
if I'm in Simic and I'm spending 7 mana, this ain't it.
Isn't Coma 7? Yeah, Coma's 7. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for 7 mana.
I mean, if you ain't got nothing else to do, it's better than nothing, but...
True.
Not for me, my guy.
Not for me.
You thought we were done with land spell cycles? We are not.
Psych.
This next cycle, they're monocolored spells and lands that you can bolt yourself, deal 3 damage, and have them come in untapped.
You want the mana?
So, Disciple of Fraley. She's sort of fine.
Yeah, she kind of fine.
Okay, girl.
Ooh, I see you.
She a 3/3 elf druid. Whenever Disciple of Fraley's enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is that creature's power. And then, like I said, the backside is a land that you can bolt to have in untapped. I gave this a 44. Like in a big green dumb stompy deck. This is easily just gonna draw you like 5 cards or 4 cards when you need it. And sometimes green can really struggle on drawing cards when they really need it. And this takes a land slot.
I was about to say, and we get a land slot from it. I gave it a 30. I'm only displeased from the fact that it's 6 mana. I don't like the fact that it's 6, but I mean, it's still like you're saying, like we just talked about, you know, Bonnie Paw, Clear Cutter, and Bow. Shout outs to a previous deck.
Like that probably slots in here like
instantly. Yeah, you sacrifice Bow, make a new Bow, and it just translates into draw cards equal to lands, and it's a land. Like, ugh, as if we needed more. Next, we got Stink into Stupor. A colorless blue for an instant that says return target spell or non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. And then, of course, it's a bolt yourself or have a tapped island on the other side. I gave this one a 30. I think that this is a weird, again, I don't think blue needed more ways to deal with things and then make it a land. Like, it's beautiful. 30 is great.
This is like a more expensive remand, but you don't draw the card, but it can also bounce permanents.
Exactly. Like it still gets around things.
And it's a land. How many times we gonna say that?
I know. But I mean,
it's a land.
These used to be rare.
Razor Crash and Razor. That's why, because it's incorrect on the damn.
It
you
is.
see it? You pull it up. Razor Grash.
Yeah, Grash.
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. Razor Grass Ambush is 1 colorless and a white for an instant. It deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature, and it's a land. I gave it a 51. Like, are you gonna use this? Really? You might. We could have did better.
Much better. How about
but
each?
White don't deserve it. I don't care.
If it said each.
Not for 2 mana.
No, I know. No, I agree. Not for 2. I gave it a 65. I'm not happy. I think it's just, I mean, cool. I mean, we got a mono. You know what this felt like? Mono white needs one.
Hey, they've been getting too much, so, you know, I'm down with.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm down with them getting kicked in the teeth.
Next, we got Fell the Profane. 2 colorless black for instant. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Other side is Fellmire. This is your swamp equivalent. You can either pay 3 life or it enters tapped. I gave this a slightly bad score because this makes me mad, not because it's a bad card. This is awesome. Black is getting yet another I don't like that thing. I gave it a 43. There's no way that this is bad.
I gave this a 26 because this card already exists.
Yeah.
Hangra Mauling.
Yeah.
Except for it always enter tapped. If you play the land, there's just like a strict upgrade to that card, and I think the other one doesn't take out planeswalkers.
It's just creature, possibly.
Yeah, like dude, I don't know what to say.
All I gotta say is it's good.
Sundering Eruption. 2 colors and a red for a sorcery. Destroy target land. Its controller may search your library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Creatures without flying can't block this turn.
That last part was totally an afterthought.
They just tacked that on just to be like, I don't know, you gotta give red something.
I mean, like flying.
Yeah. So I give it a 54. To your friends who are very greedy with their basic package, this will just be a stone rain sometimes, and then like you can hit them.
I gave this a 45. I feel exactly what you're putting down. I foresee this just being like extra damage. And then sometimes it's, I really need the land. So mono red struggles sometimes with mana. So if this is going in a mono red or a 2-color red deck that's not green, I can foresee it being
I actually think this is better than because like there are plenty of lands that just like need to go. Like we just need to get rid of that land now, and then you get to like swing on them for free. So the
flying is decent too, because red doesn't have reach most of the time. It does have flyers, but not the same.
Yeah, but creatures without flying can't block. So like, your little goblin little army just gets to get in for free. So like, you know what? I'm gonna change my score and give this 39.
I was about to say, I thought 54 was a little high.
No, I think it's better than what we're. It's a free for a red deck. A free swing is worth a game.
It is. I could win with it.
You can literally like blow up somebody else's land and swing on somebody else. It doesn't say that player.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't specify. Yeah, I agree. I think it is a very worth. Again, red loves the idea of it could be a mana too. I doubt you'd pick the mana side though.
Kill.
Next, we have Bridge Work Battle. 2 colorless and a green for a sorcery. Target creature you control gets 2/2 until end of turn. It fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. And then, of course, it's just a get bolted forest. Another fight spell. Nothing wrong with this. This is a prey upon that can also be a land. And it buffs it, actually. So it's a little better than prey upon, because it allows it to be at least a little oof before it smacks you. I gave this a 15. I can see this easily slotting into a lot of green decks.
I gave this a 30. Green needs removal. This is a removal spell that can be a land. What is there to say? Are we out of the cycle? Yes, we are. Finally. Eldrazi Ravager. 5 colors and a wingding for an Eldrazi. It has Annihilator 1. Sacrifice 2 Eldrazi. Return it from your graveyard to your hand. And it has cycling. And it's a 6/6.
This thing's pretty straightforward, but it's good. I don't think it's bad. I think. What is your reasoning? What is the reasoning behind?
Okay, so there's a couple things that this is getting pooped on for.
Wait. What did you give it first?
Oh, I gave it an 86.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious, because you gave it the buns.
Yeah, it's buns. So you have to exactly be in wingding deck, because you have to play a wingding. I will. It is so much easier to get of color than it is to get a wingding.
Or just pure colorless. Yeah.
Cycling's fine. This is meant to be thrown away and then returned later, right?
Using scions.
But you can only return it with scions. So you're.
Well, no. It just says Eldrazi. But yeah, I know. You're not going to pull up
You're
the
not
other
sacrificing your Ulamog and to get this. So, like.
I sacrifice Kozilek and Ulamog.
It feels like a 6 mana 6/6 Annihilator 1, which like in like a draft format, pretty cool. Outside of that, I'm never playing this card. Even in a deck that's colorless, I'm not playing this card. Even in an Eldrazi deck, I'm not playing this card.
I gave it a 48 because I'm excited to see the new Eldrazi format, because like you're saying, I don't think they're as easy to just like out. Like, I think they made them a little nicer instead of it just being like, oh, it's 20 mana and like that was supposed to be hard. Like, and now, you know, sometimes that's not difficult at all. Oh, man. Oh, man.
All right, we're about to get some bias here.
Of course we are. Next, for a red and white, we have Conduit Goblin. Look at him. You get a 2/2 Goblin Warrior. When Conduit Goblin enters the battlefield, he gets electrocuted and gives you 2 energy counters. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay in energy. If you do, another target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste. Conduit Goblin. I do love Gobos, and I think this one's really cute. And again, I'm really excited to see energy getting more love. I personally don't play it, but I feel like it's always kind of been just trash. So I like the idea of it getting more love. So I gave it a 3. I am biased. It's not the greatest card, but I love
bad.
Gobos.
I'm not even giving a rating. I just put this on here for you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's tune the narrative. It is 1 blue for an instant. Draw a card, you get 2 energy.
Simple.
This will be the... I'm going to just speak for Modern real quick. This is going to be the engine in Modern. Like, this card will see play. It gives you 2 energy for 1 mana, and you get... Come on, dog.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
For a commander, I gave it a 50 because there's a 50-50 chance whether it's good or not. I think if you're in energy.deck, this will be good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I felt the same way. I gave it a 75. I'm unsure how energy stuff is going to land. So I am waiting to see. Until then, I don't know if it's going to be incredible or not. Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. Colorless and a blue for an enchantment saga. For your first chapter, we have until your next turn, whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, it gets -2/-0 until end of turn. The next chapter, discard any number of cards, then investigate twice for each card discarded this way. Investigate is you create a clue. And then the final is shuffle up to 3 target cards from your graveyard into your library. The final part, honestly, is not too horrible. Some good recursion. I don't think this thing is super good, but I do love sagas. Gave it an 83.
I think if you're not in clue.deck, this is actively sabotaging itself.
Yes, 100%.
I gave it, I think, a 81.
Yep.
Like I said, clue.deck. If not, please.
Please.
Blah, 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 blah,
Don't do it.
Kami of Jealous Thirst. He a thirsty boy.
Thirsty.
Man.
He's so jealous.
Why do they get bitches and I
I'm
don't?
going to sit underneath this bridge
Yo,
and
this
mold
this dude's literally an incel. Just
under a bridge like women.
yo. I don't like women
should
and
give him a better
magic
rating.
in the same place. Don't you like girls?
They make me nervous.
2 colors and a black for a creature spirit.
Spurt.
He's a 1/3. He's got Death Touch.
Don't touch me.
4 colors and a black. Each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. This ability costs 4 colors and a black less to activate. If you've drawn 3 or more cards this turn, activate only once each turn. Actually, sort of like this.
Yeah. I gave it a great rating.
If you can, if you have the deck that can draw 3 cards, this can just drain all the time.
Nekusar.
Oh my god, I hate you. That's why you gave it such a high score. Oh my god, I hate you.
Yeah, as soon as this comes out, it's instantly going into my Nekusar deck. Yeah. No. I was watching you do the logic of as long as you have the ability to draw 3 or more cards. Oh, simple. Oh yeah, and then it becomes free. Oh, I gave this thing an 11. I can't wait for Kami.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this card anymore.
And it's cheap, and it's dead touch, and it's got a booty. Everything I want.
I don't want it.
I don't want.
I give it a 62. Leave me alone.
You take this next card. I had the Conduit Goblin. This is definitely yours.
Trickster's Elk. 2 colors and a green for enchantment creature Elk. That's a 3/3.
Elk.
Bestow 1 and a green. You may cast this card for its bestow cost. It's an aura spell when enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached. So if you blink a thing, it's like, wee, I'm back to being elf. Enchant creature loses all abilities is a green elk with base power and toughness 3/3. Wait, is that the one? Dad? Oh, this card is everything.
No.
I love elking people stuff.
You have elked me too many times. I'm the elk. That's me.
That's you.
I gave it a 99. Get this elk out of here.
You know what?
That's exactly what happens.
Elk. Oh, Ultra Instinct? Not anymore. Elk.
Ultra elk stink.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'll give it a real rating. It is good. This is just oko.elk. This is oko.com. Put it on a t-shirt. Trick somebody into turning them into an elk and then take their woman. It's exactly what happens.
Thank you, Oko. Oko for president.
Oko 2028.
Hey, he's young.
I mean,
actually, no. Oko's really old.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's like.
Isn't
old.
he like a fae? Isn't he like that type?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
does, and he doesn't take care of his kid either.
Ew. So he's just like Kendrick? Up next, we have. If you thought the beef was over, just know that
they not like us. They not like us.
Oh. Well, before they take Drizzy BBL to court, he's going to need some evolution witnesses. For 2 colors and a green, we have an elf shaman mutant. The mutant, again, afterthought. For a colorless and a green, it has adapt 2. If this creature has no +1/+1s on it, you may put 2 on it. It is a 2/1 to begin with. But here's what I like about it. This is whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Evolution Witness, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. It is Eternal Witness, but it wants some +1/+1 strategies. I think that is really cool. I give this 25. I can foresee this easily fitting in, and it's an elf. On top of that, elves and +1/+1s go hand in hand. So I feel like this could easily be a powerhouse.
This card's bad.
You think it's a trap?
It's a trap. Absolutely. Why would I play this when I could just play Ewit and just
I know
get the card?
I'm not saying replace Ewit.
In my Mothman deck, this thing is about to go freaking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait for this card for the Mothman specifically.
Yes.
And like that's how I know that this card is bad, because I mill myself and I deal you have to be in literally both of those things.
But that's the rating I gave it was with that in mind.
No. It's gotta be a good card. If you want to mill yourself, deal damage, discard cards,
and use +1/+1s.
Yo, this is the best. This is the best card you've ever seen.
Who needs an elk? You just need Evolution Witness.
Yes, you just need Evolution Witness. I gave it an 80.
I know. I was surprised, considering that it will fit so well in one of your
because
decks.
I'm not biased. Just because it fits good in one deck, it literally doesn't fit good in any other deck.
Yo, when I go to the aquarium, I punch the stingrays just
I
so
do
that they
too.
know that he still got shooters out here, okay?
Breaker of Creation. 6 colorless Wingding is an Eldrazi. It's an 8/4. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each colorless permanent you control. This includes lands. Hexproof from each color. Annihilator 2. This card's buns.
He don't like Eldrazi.
I don't like paying 8 mana for a card that don't do nothing.
I know. I'm just kidding. I also don't like it. I don't think it's good.
Like, unless you're like,
Now,
you have to be in like life gain dot deck, and you can produce the Wingding for this, and you want to blink it.
so let me ask you this though. What if it was just 8 colorless?
Wait, you couldn't even. Wait, no, it's hexproof. I thought it was shroud. You can't blink it.
What if it was just 8 colorless? I think it would be busted if it was just
I think
8
it'd
colorless.
still be trash.
What? You don't think this would be good for 8? No special requirement?
It's an 8/4. I might get annihilated, but I'm blocking this with 2 2/2s and it dies.
Yeah.
What did you do except for you probably if you're in the colorless dot deck, you probably gained like 10 or 15 life because you have a whole bunch of colorless stuff. And then
It does say cast, by the way.
You swing.
So you can't even blink it.
You can't even blink this. Oh my goodness!
I
This
just
card
realized it said
sucks.
cast. Nope, I keep my rating the same.
This card sucks.
I gave it an 82.
Get this out of here. Talk about a good card next, please.
Kozilek's Unsealing. This is a 2 colorless and a blue for an enchantment. It has Devoid. I love the artwork for this. 2 big crab gods. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4, 5, or 6, create 2/0/1 Eldrazi spawn creature tokens with sacrifice this creature, add a Wingding. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 6 or greater, draw 3 cards. This thing is cool, and it actually can be used in not just Eldrazi decks. You can just pretty much use the Wingdings for colorless. I gave it a 24. I think the crab gods are epic.
Okay, something off kilter. Have you ever played Phantasy Star Online 2?
Of course.
You know the male and the female alien thing on the 3rd stage that fuses into one?
Of course.
That's what these things look like, and it creeps me out.
Oh man, it does kind of remind me of that. Now that you say it.
I like this card. I don't like looking at it.
Oh man.
It's giving me nightmares, and I don't.
Yo, anybody play Phantasy Star? Just remember, robots are always better,
They can't cast magic.
but they can see traps.
Yo, in the early game, oh my god.
And they can't be poisoned.
Yeah, they're good in the early game.
Yes,
in the
they
late
are.
game, that magic is like
Clutch. Yeah, I know, it's clutch.
I gave this a 25. This is just like a crazy.
And it
engine.
works. And it works in not just Eldrazi decks.
Yeah, this is just like crazy.
This going into a
engine.
Kraken, Leviathan, Stormkirk deck. They're over here like, oh yeah, I draw 7 cards.
if you're in Simic,
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. There's tons of blue
If you're just
splash
like-
big creatures matters.
stop it. Leave me alone. Basking Brood Scale.
I love the art.
1 colorless in the green for Eldrazi Lizard. I don't like this thing either because it's got that fucking tentacle.
Tentacle leg.
Oh god. All these cards are disturbing me. I don't like these cards. It's got Devoid, adapt 1 in a green. This doesn't have any +1/+1 counters. You can activate this ability to put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on this, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn token and stuff. This is another really cool card for +1/+1 counter the deck.
Yes.
This also goes infinite with like I think 2 other cards.
Yes, the ones that say when it enters, you get a +1. If a creature enters, you get a +1. Yeah, any of those.
Yeah.
Again, don't need to use the Wingdings for only Wingding purposes.
Right. Why did I give this card an 80?
I don't know. I was curious. I don't think it's that bad. I gave it a 46 because
Yeah,
agreed.
I think it's around there because like
It can fit. There's spots.
+1/+1 counter is a big category.
Yes.
It's easy to just pop off with this.
And they're normally kind of combo-y.
Plus it's sort of rampy and it has a combo. No, this I'd actually give this like a 30.
It's not bad. It's not. It's truly not bad. I think the Devoid is, I think they're just like slapping it on stuff so that it can fit in an Eldrazi decks.
Oh, you don't have any colors. I don't see color.
I don't see color. This next one makes me very happy because it's two of my favorite things. We have Frogmere Enforcer. For 7 colorless, you get a artifact creature Frogmere. If you don't know, mirrors are the best. It has Prototype for 3 colorless and a red. You may cast a spell for a cheaper version. It is a 2/2 instead of a 4/4. But I don't know why you would ever do the Prototype cast, as this thing has affinity for artifacts, so it can easily become free. I thought it was weird that they put an affinity for artifacts on a Prototype card. I think that is like really redundant.
Yeah, but you could just cast this for a red.
No. The Prototype cost isn't affected by the affinity for artifacts.
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
This spell costs 1 less to cast for each. You may cast a spell with different mana cost and color and size. It keeps its abilities and types. Okay, so it keeps its abilities
if you
and
have
types.
3 artifacts,
You can drop it for a red.
You could drop it for a red, and then typically, what you do with things like this, like you might sacrifice it and bring it back. Ooh, look, it's a.
Or you
4/4.
flicker it because when it returns to the battlefield, it's now the 7/7 version.
It gives you an option.
I gave this
I
a
wouldn't do
46.
it. I wouldn't. I would never cast it for its prototype.
No, I don't foresee it. Is this going in Honorable's mirror deck?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't know if if it
It's
was on
a
the.
frog mirror. There used to be a card. They fused 2 cards. It's Frogmite and Mirror Enforcer,
Very nice.
and they both have the same effect. So this is them doing the fusion dance and not getting any better.
Is this the fat or the skinny one?
No, this is just the crackhead one.
Oh, it's just the gross one that's
Yeah.
weak for no reason. He's having trouble breathing.
It hurts to live. But yeah, it's cool.
It's cool.
Brain surge, brain blast.
My brain.
2 colors and a blue for an instant. Draw 4 cards and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. I think this is bunt. I give it a 71.
I think I only gave it a higher rating just because it's another opt brainstorm type of deal. It's 50.
3 mana. Like,
I know.
What am I gonna do with this?
I think my 56 is a little too nice, but I feel like it has a
It
purpose.
should have been 2 mana, and
Yes.
it would have been so.
It would have been so much
Actually,
nicer.
probably would have been broken.
Probably.
Probably would have been broken.
Nah, make it double blue instead of it a colorless and a blue.
Hey,
That's how you'd fix that.
See, we need more cards that are double blue, double white, double green.
Yeah,
so,
removing the colorless aspect.
So people in 5 color decks can't just do 5 color soup.
Yeah. Also, I like the idea of mono. Mono, I feel like doesn't get nearly as much love.
That's exactly what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like,
I agree.
We need to make. Oh my goodness! You have to take this terrible,
Oh, I'm so down.
terrible
Oh, man.
card. Oh
right.
my!
Me and Honorable have a running like back and forth. We always joke about there is a couple of cards of Magic that we despise. Wheel of Fortune's one of them. Not because the card itself is bad, but because Magic is bad and won't reprint it. And here's yet another example of that. We have Wheel of Potential. Even the damn artwork. It's always some wheel with a sword and some bones. Anyway, 2 colorless and a red for a sorcery. You get 3 energy, and then you may pay X energy. Each player may exile their hand. I'm going to say that again. May. Wizards. We want Wizard's money, so I'm sorry. Daddy Wizard, you so cool. This card is amazing.
This card is... Keep reading it, and I'll say what I'm going to say.
Each player may exile their hand and then may draw X cards. This is equal to that energy that you put in. If X is 7 or more, you may play land. You may play cards you own exiled this way until the end of your next turn. Again, cool. Thank you. Energy cards, awesome. Why can't we just reprint?
Hold on.
Oh,
this card is so bad.
it's horrible.
Oh, this card is so bad.
How
that
bad?
I thought it was a uncommon. It is actually a rare. It stuck.
Oh my goodness. It is in the wrong list.
It's in the wrong list. It's so bad. I thought it was an uncommon. Please, can we just get wheel of dum-dums?
I know. Here, hold on. Another term for fortune, wealth. Wheel of wealth. There you go. Just two colorless and a red. Discard your hand. Draw 7 cards. I don't understand why that's hard.
Draw 6. Like I'll take a draw 5.
Or how about just 2 colorless and a red?
Give me
draw.
give me Wheel of Fortune. That's not Wheel of Fortune, because we can stop doing this. Like, wheel is an archetype that people play.
Yes.
Stop giving us these terrible wheels that no one wants to play.
Yeah, they still are going to run the old ones. 100%.
And it's like a $200 card.
I know.
How do we have an archetype based around a card that's $200? You have to proxy it. If you buy Wheel of Fortune, you're an idiot.
If you own one, though, congratulations.
You're an idiot. I hate you. Wizards, please just print a good Wheel of Fortune.
Just like I said, it doesn't even have to be the same name. I'm totally down for it to be some weird name. Just give me the effect.
Circle of money.
Circle of money.
I'm so mad. Okay. Thraben Charm. I like this. Instant. Choose one. It deals damage equal to twice the number of creatures controlled to target creature. Destroy target enchantment. Exile any number of target players' graveyards for 1 colorless and a white.
And then
That's exactly what this card is.
Like, mono white. This is just good.
Yeah. It's cheap. 2 mana, too. Like,
you have 2 creatures, you could deal 4 damage, which is a small hurdle. Like, this probably always kills. As long as you have a board, this probably always kills whatever you're trying to kill.
hey, shout outs to a way to break this. Stuffy Doll.
Huh.
Target other player. Now Thraben Charm. Twice the number of my creatures. I'm a Creature Matters deck. I just dealt 23 damage to it because having 12 or 24 damage to it. Yeah. Easy way to just turn this into a kill card. Make mono white have like a mob strike. Not too bad. What'd you give it?
Why did I give it a 65?
I feel that. My 63 feels heavy.
I feel like it should at least be like a 50. Like, I think this is versatile enough.
I say we take 10 from our scores. I shall give this a 53.
I'm not about to type this in.
I shall reduce it to 55. Your score has been reduced. Thank you for your patronage.
Next card, please.
We have Glimpse the Impossible, which shouldn't be possible. How am I looking? What am I looking at?
Oh my god, the art on this card is...
It looks like a poster for a metal band your mom told you not to listen to. So for what do you give for... That's what happens in your brain when you glimpsed the impossible. For 2 colors and a red, you get a sorcery that says exile. Man, this is a paragraph. Exile a top 3 card to your library. Cool. You may play those cards this turn, period. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remained exiled, put them into your graveyard, then create a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn creature token for each card put into your graveyard this way. Those tokens have sacrifice this creature at a wingding. Oh, that was a lot.
That was a lot.
This does a lot for 3 mana. And I do like the fact that for once, it's one of these cards. It's like, did you use the thing? No? Okay, cool. It can at least go into your graveyard. So thank you for at least giving us the things back. Instead of this card advantage only being temporary, and if you don't use it, it's gone forever.
It's funny. This is like red ramp.
It is.
You just like,
because then you get little wingding boys.
Let me get rid of these 3 cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't need these.
Now next turn I can use 7 mana worth of.
Exactly.
Red don't know what to do. Red know what to do.
Mana? You guys are getting mana?
This is a ritual. Like this is essentially like a bad ritual or card advantage.
It's a good hybrid.
I like it.
Yeah, I gave it a 40.
Human music. I gave it a 41.
I can see it in plenty of decks.
I finally got a good card. Thank you. Is it Generatorum? Generatorium. Can't read.
Mercy, that's a word.
I don't like that word.
I don't like it either.
Blue and a red for an artifact.
Oh man.
If you would get 1 or more energy, you get that many plus 1 instead. Clap. Draw a card. Activate only if you paid or lost 4 more energy this turn. This goes in all the energy deck decks.
This is a new must include, because all the energy decks have red and blue in them. If they don't, what?
I got a green black energy deck. Shut up.
I love choking myself. I gave this a 30.
I gave it a 27. Like, if the energy deck is a thing, this will be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. At first, I was going to give this a really bad rating. Honorable then brought to my attention, like, hey, just think about the fact of how many of them don't have this. So making more energy is key. That's like the only thing that really keeps energy stuff in check, is that it's hard to make more energy. Normally they can be abused. There's not many, but the ones that are out there can be.
I'm gonna proliferate my energy counters.
Please help me.
Yo, you're desperate, dog.
This next one I am happy about, but also mad. I will explain after. We have Worm Coil Larva. 3 colorless and a black for an artifact creature, Phyrexian Worm. It has Death Touch, Lifelink, and it is a 3/3. When it dies, you create a 1/2 black Phyrexian Worm artifact creature token with Death Touch, and then you create a 2/1 version that has Lifelink. This is, of course, based off of Worm Coil Engine, which is the 6/6 version of this. Does the exact same thing, except they split into 2 3/3s. So, initially, I'm so excited. I gave this a 10. I was so excited. I was like, yay, look, I got a mini-me. I got the little worm, Junior.
How much does Worm Coil Engine cost?
6 mana. And it's purely colorless.
And it gives you 2 3/3s.
And it is initially a 6/6. Please help me understand. Please help me understand how we made this the lesser, but it's only 1 mana different.
The most this could have been for me was 4 mana.
And it should have been colorless.
I don't mind the black.
I get it. It's not horrible, but
this should have been 4 mana instead of 5. I think it still might see play because it's still black.
Good. Yeah, and it's still good. Yeah, Death Touch.
Kill the worm, get 2 more worms.
Yeah, recur it. Kill the worm, get 2 worms. Yeah, because they're not legendary.
It shouldn't have been 5 mana, man. Like
they missed on that. I'm sad no, I'm sad. You can't make it half everything and then it only costs 1 mana less.
Yeah, I gave it a 46 because it's still decent, but I'm mad. Oh, why do I get all the cards that you're biased for? Mob
Look at them.
Mob.
I
It's red for a goblin. I love seeing red, green, white. Sacrifice Mob. It deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. It's a 3/3. It is 3 Mogs stapled together to make 1 Mog.
Super Mog.
Like this, excellent design.
Excellent.
We'll see play just because.
Yes, 100%. Will go in. Red Goblin wins. 100%. I gave it a 2 just because of the fact that, like you said, it's literally just 3 Mogs.
You know what? I'm gonna join you. It's a 2 as well.
It is incredible. This is how you do that kind of design that they missed on Worm Coil. This was just funny.
See, all they had to do
well.
was staple 3 Worm Coil engines together.
What would it be? 18?
18 mana. And it turns into 3 Worm Coil engines that turns into...
Like a reef worm?
was it something triplet?
Oh, Triplicate Titan. Yeah, Triplicate Titan. Yeah, he's a 9/9 that turns into 3 3/3s.
No, I need.
You need.
I want to spend 18.
6/6s.
I want to spend 18 mana to get the super.
Yo, I'm about it.
I need it to split from an 18/18
into a 9/9
to 3 6/6s.
Okay.
That split into
2 3/3s.
all the 3/3s, and those 3/3s split into 1/1s. That's the only way it'll be worth it.
Yo, this would be the
18 mana.
That thing would be so busted.
Oh, it would be, bruh. It would get sacrificed. It would. You would never cast it.
That's all it'd be
for.
You
would never cast it.
That's all it would be for. As soon as it ETBs, you're like, and I kill it.
And I
kill it. And then the things that come out from it, and I kill them.
And I kill them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would create like an infinite combo.
Yo, it would be called like Protean Hydra.
Protein worm.
Well, what is
Phyrexian protein.
Yeah, Phyrexian Hulk. Phyrexian Hulk. Hey,
we're way off topic.
Nah, we're good on cards. I'm saying we're gonna design them. Okay, Magic, call us. Next, we got Witch Enchanter.
Wait, is this another cycle?
It actually is. We missed this one. 3 colorless and a white for a human warlock who's clearly blowing the ashes of somebody through a hoop. It says when it enters the battlefield, destroy a target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. That's what she's blowing away, is your favorite soul ring. On the other side of this 2/2 is a mono white land that you can bolt yourself to not have tapped. I don't think this is a horrible card. Again, they can't be bad normally. I give it a 35. I don't think it's like a reclamation sage for white, and it can also be a land. Like, okay. Okay.
Give it a 55. It's a thing.
Yeah. It's got a job it can do, a role it can fill.
Oh, man.
Here, I'll take this next one so you get a good one.
No. I want it.
Right.
I need to complain about the Blue Man Group. Serum Visionary. Ooh, look what we did. 2 colors and a blue for a 2/2 Vodalkin Wizard. When
Yo, Steve Jobs was a Vodalkin Wizard.
It's Serum Visions. We stapled it onto a creature.
Oh, wait. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, then scry 2. Just like the thing that you play for 3 mana that lets you draw a card and scry 2. What'd you give it?
I think it's 1 mana. Yeah, Serum Vision's 1 mana.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a body. So for the 2/2, you pay 2 mana.
If you want to blink Serum Visions.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's bad. That's all I need to say. I'm not even going to give it a number. It's bad.
I gave it a 70. It's not something I'd look forward to. Aether Refinery. For a colorless red for an artifact. If you would get 1 or more energy, you get twice that many instead. Hello?
I don't know why this card's on here. It is a rare, and it's not from the regular set, but sometimes we mess up.
It's okay. This is how we prove to you that we are human.
Humans.
The design is very human.
Humans make mistakes.
Humans are.
No, don't do it.
Please, The rest of the card says tap, you get an energy. Then you may pay one or more energy. If you do, create a XX black Aetherborn creature token, where X is the amount of energy paid this way.
You sound like a Twitter bot. I mean, an X bot. Wait.
I mean, an Elon Musk. Daddy Musk. I need more energy. Give me the energy, Musk.
What you give it?
Speaking of like Tesla too, it's perfect. I get this in 18 again. Same concept. This is gonna make all the energy decks are in the background like spamming. You're spamming right now. Like, let me get that. How could you not?
Yeah, I give it a 20. It's a good card. I do bad thing, put it on wrong list.
Do bad thing, no list.
Do bad thing, wrong list. Grim Servant. It was servant. No, I'm saying servant.
Servient.
Like croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. It's a zombie warlock with Minache. That's a 3/2.
Spanish.
Whenever it enters the battlefield, search your library for a card with mana value less than or equal to your devotion of black. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. You lose 3 life. So this is like a worse Grim Tutor.
Mm-hmm. This is Grim Tutor and Gary had a baby.
Except for it deals damage to you.
Yeah, exactly. Go get that card, but
no.
Would you give it?
Am I just gonna just stop reading these bad cards?
That's what I was saying. It's why I wanted to hit you with the switch.
It's a 63. Like, you could play it, I guess. How bad is a tutor?
Again, like, if this is in a 2-color deck, I think that you're pushing it. I think a 3-color this shouldn't be in.
Maybe you're like reanimating this to go get a card you really want.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I gave it a 60. Same thing. How bad can a tutor be? Take this next one.
So I can actually get a good card?
Yes.
Cards have been bad. Oh, my cards have been bad. Marinette Antoinette Apprentice.
Marion Antoinette's Apprentice.
Let them have cupcakes. One color is a black for a 1/2 human artificer with fabricate 1. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may put a +1/+1 counter on it or create a servo. Whenever another creature or artifact you control is put to a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses exactly 1 life.
Oh, so gross.
Haha, look, we showed the young version of Marionette Master.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like it. Gave it a dub.
Yep. I was close. Gave it a 24. There are tons of things that this can go in that make a whole lot of sense.
Oh, look, treasures.
Yeah. Oh, please.
Please don't hurt me.
Please don't sacrifice them. It's also the fact that this doesn't say once each turn. So you can just all your stuff at once. And that 1 life is going to stack up quick. Oh, man. Here's a card that I think, is the best one yet. We got Path of Annihilation. Look at it. That path was annihilated. For 3 colorless and a green, we get a Devoid enchantment. It says when it enters the battlefield, create 2 colorless Eldrazi spawns. You know what they do. Sacrifice them for wingdings. It says Eldrazi you control have tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Whenever you cast a creature spell with a mana value 7 or greater, you gain 4 life. I saw this and was like, ooh, cool. It makes the Eldrazi spawns turn into little mana dorks. I think it's a very unique thing. I gave it a 15. I like the idea of us not fixating on the big ones and using the spawns. I think it's cool.
I gave this card a 59.
59.
Because I don't like Eldrazi. I also don't like Eldrazi in green not giving me lands.
Yeah.
When casting something for 4 mana.
It's a lot of mana to not do anything immediately.
And you have to have Eldrazi spawns outside of this one to really effectively ramp you, and then you only gain 7 life. Nah, man, I'd rather ramp the traditional way and not the Eldrazi way, yo.
Go.
But if you're an Eldrazi deck, you know.
It makes sense.
Do what you want to do. I will still judge you.
You have been judged.
You've been judged.
Ooh, it's your favorite people.
No, this is your least favorite people.
We have Triton Wavebreaker. For a blue, you get an enchantment creature, Merfolk Wizard, Stinky Fish Hands. He is a 1/1 with Bestow for a colorless and a blue. As long as he is a creature, he has prowess, meaning whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get +1/+1, or enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and gains prowess. I think it's cool to be able to give something prowess. I don't think I've ever seen that. I also think a 1-drop Merfolk that can be utilized in a couple of ways. It can fit in a lot of spots. I gave it an 11. I like my cold, wet, clammy fish hands.
I gave it a 47. This will go in exactly the type of deck that you think it's going to.
Truth.
Azorius. Wait, is it my bad? Mm-hmm. Is it? And you know, you're going to give something double prowess. That's what people are going to do.
Yep.
You're boring and I hate you.
Yep. What is it? The wee Dragonauts. You're gonna make your wee Dragonauts have
you're really going to give it
prowess.
prowess. You're going to give your Chandra, what's the thing I used to play? Chandra Spit Flame.
Mm-hmm. And then there's
the
Guild Mage and Kiln Fiends and the Weirds. They're Weirds and Cyclopses. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is what you're going to do with it.
Ye good old days.
I used to be one of you guys until, I didn't. You guys suck.
I hate you.
I hate you. Royal Cartographer. 1 colorless and a blue. For 1/3 fish hands rogue. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you get a energy. Ooh. You can tap this, pay 6 energy, draw 3 cards.
Right to the point. Energy matters.
Yeah. I give it a 68. I think if you are the energy deck, I don't know how much lands matter things you're going to be doing.
I don't think they like a lot of it.
But this does, if you're playing a land each turn, gives you an energy each turn. Maybe that's the point that matters, and then you can just cash it out to draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
So I think it's a decent card. I just don't know exactly if this is a card that they're going to play.
I gave it a lower score again, 38, just because I'm excited to see where energy is going to go. I hope it doesn't become broken.
You gave it a higher score.
Yeah, I gave it a 38.
Yeah, you said lower.
Oh, that's what I'm. Well, it is lower.
It's a lower number,
but it's a higher value. Whoa, man.
Whoa, bro.
We have Galvanic Discharge. For a red, you get an instant that says choose target creature or planeswalker. You get 3 energy. Then you may pay any amount of energy. Galvanic Discharge deals that much damage to that permanent. AKA, this is another lightning bolt that you don't need to have energy matters for to lightning bolt for 3 damage. So,
but not to face.
Not to face, but it's still just a 1-drop. So, for my Imidane deck, this is not a bad card. If I had energy matters, it could be a kill con. I gave this a 40. I don't see it being bad. Again, I'm liking, this is an energy deck matters win con right here.
No, it's not. It can't hit face.
Oh, yeah. Stuffy doll. Imidane.
Oh, wait. It can't hit face? Stuffy doll.
Can't hit face? Imidane.
I gave it a 50. Yeah, it's Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
I like Lightning Bolt. Who doesn't like Lightning Bolt?
Mm-hmm.
Cranial Ram is a black and a red for equipment artifact. Living weapon. It's alive.
It's alive.
It comes attached to a 0/0 black Phyrexian Germ. A creature gets +X +1, where X is the number of artifacts you control, and it equips for 2. This is cranial plating, except for it doesn't have the cool switcheroo equip effect.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people are like, well, since it doesn't have the effects, it's actually not really a good card. It's still a really good card.
Yeah. I don't think it's bad. I think the art on it is gross. I'm a little mad about it only just because they made it black red instead of just mono black.
Haha.
I know, right? So I gave it a 69.
I give it a 22.
Nice. Collective resistance.
Resist.
Guys, band together. We don't want to stand for this. For a colorless and a green, you can have an instant where you escalate. Wait a second. What is escalate? For a green, you pay this cost for each mode that you choose beyond the first. So, for just 2, you could destroy an artifact, or destroy an enchantment, or target creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, or you can do multiple of those. Just got to pay a green extra for each one that you're picking. This thing is just straight up good. I gave it a 9. Me and Honorable were talking about comparing it to other instant drops. This being an uncommon is beautiful. This is great.
Yeah, typically you're gonna pay 1 in a green to destroy target artifact or enchantment.
That's common.
You could pay 3 mana and you might be able to destroy target artifact or enchantment with like upside.
Yep.
This 3 mana, you get to hit an artifact and an enchantment, and then like randomly this target creature gets hexproof and indestructible, will save a creature during a board wipe.
Yeah, you could hold this for a lot of reasons, and it's an instant. Like, no, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I gave this a 35. This is a great card.
Yeah, I see this going in a lot of stuff.
All right. Unstable Amulet.
I can't hold it.
Help me. It's 1 in a red for an artifact. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Ooh. And then you may tap, pay 2 energy, exile top card of your library. You may play it until you exile another card with unstable energy.
I like that effect.
So, essentially what I think this card is, I don't think it's actually going into energy decks. I think this is actually going to exile.deck. And you'll really enjoy dealing 1 damage to each opponent every time you do the thing.
Yeah.
And then you'll only really get to exile 1 card with this, and you're not making any energy. So for that reason, I did give it a 66. It's okay.
I gave it a 10 just because being a red fan, red hates card draw. Like, it doesn't get it in the way that it wants. And again, this is on that energy theme. So I think it's cool to have the effect where it stays with you. You're kind of like tucking it underneath the amulet, allowing you to kind of, you get to play that thing until you replace it. So I think it's really cool. I don't think it's going to be the best thing ever. If it's not in an energy deck or an Exiles Matters deck, I think this card is horrible.
Hey, you know what this reminds me of? For anybody who's played Ascension before, this is the Looking Glass.
It totally is. 100%.
No one's going to get that reference except for like 1 person.
Hey, but if they do, we love you.
Subscribe. Do it.
Hit that subscribe.
Please. I need money.
I need it.
Oh, I needed it.
Next, we have Dross Claw. Colorless and a black for an artifact equipment with living weapon, meaning it comes out with a germ. And that germ is 0/0, and you equip this to it. The equipped creature gets +1/+1. Like, that's kind of... But whenever equipped creature attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. Specifically 1 life. 2 to equip. I think this thing is cool just because I like living weapons. I've always been a fan of them. When I read this, the first thing I thought of?
It's a vampire. It's a 1-drop. Whenever it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life.
I think it's called Blood Tracker. or
Yeah.
something along those lines. It's the first thing I thought of. I was like, ooh, cool. You can have that
Pulse
effect.
tracker, I think?
Pulse tracker. I think it might be pulse tracker. But either way, I thought it was cool to see that effect outside of that. But yep, that's the only reason
This
I gave
card's
it a good.
worse than pulse tracker.
It is.
A good one.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Metastatic Evangel. Oh my god, I hate the name of this card. Metastatic Evangel.
Yeah, that's a.
It just sounds terrible.
It's a mouthful. The artwork's really cool.
It's 1 colorless and a white for a Phyrexian human cleric. That's a 3/1. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate.
I have no idea how this got passed.
Oh my! How
Uncommon. I have no idea how this was allowed.
9?
Yeah,
This is gonna do something stupid.
I gave it an 8. This thing 100% is gonna get broke. 100% is gonna get broken.
I hiccuped.
Hiccup. Yeah, no. They thought they did something with the whole non-token. They're
They
like,
thought they was cooking.
they're like, this will stop them. It's like, no, you do know what you did.
Somebody's gonna get beat to death.
Yeah. Like, oh man, there's so many things that this can go in that. Oh
Hey,
man,
you know what? I'm here for it because aggressive decks need more things. Glaring Fleshraker is 2 colorless and a wingding for a 2/2. Eldrazi drone. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, create a colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token with sacrifices, add a wingding. Whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, Glaring Fleshraker deals 1 damage to each opponent. Wow.
yeah, that's a lot.
Wow. This thing's bonkers.
Yeah, this is really good.
This is just going to kill somebody.
Yes, this is a must include in the Eldrazi stuff.
This is, I don't even care about, this is a must include in like your artifact deck. Oh, I'm looping these cards infinitely. Guess what? You're just going to die to this.
Yeah,
Because you're going to make,
super powerful.
because you're going to make an Eldrazi and it ramps you while you're doing the, oh my goodness.
A lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. I gave it a 21.
I gave it a, I don't know where it's at.
You gave it
A 17.
We both gave this thing great scores.
It's great. It's great.
Because this thing is, like you said, agreed. It's definitely going to be you just die from it. Oh, man. Oh, the Baroness Scum. She will love this next card. The Hunger Tide Rises. 2 colorless and a green for yet another saga. Chapters 1, 2, and 3 are all the same. Create a 1/1 bug that's black and green. Then, on chapter 4, this is where this thing is really cool. Sacrifice any number of creatures, search your library and or graveyard for a creature card with mana value less than or equal to the number of creatures sacrificed this way. Put it on the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. This thing isn't black and green, surprisingly. It's just green, which I'm still surprised about. I gave it a 17 because if you're putting this in like an elf ball or a sapling deck or anything that creates little things, like a squirrel deck, this just translates into, here you go, here's fodder that makes tokens. Now sacrifice whatever you want to go get your win con. Beautiful. I gave it a 17. I think it's super powerful.
This thing sucks.
You don't like the bugs.
No, I mean, like, nobody's going to like, all right, guys, we got 3 whole turns to...
Yeah, no, wait, can't you skip ahead with these?
No, this is... See, this card would have been good if it said read ahead.
It has. I didn't realize they had to
You
say
have to
read
go
ahead.
through all of them before you get to the final chapter.
See?
Yeah, this would be bonkers if it had read ahead.
I didn't realize it didn't. I thought Saga's natural. I didn't realize they had to have that. Oh, I would change the rating then. 17 is if it had read ahead. Since it doesn't, I'd give it a different rating.
I give it a 78 because it doesn't have read ahead.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. That's a lot of turns to see it coming, and then you could just blow it up right beforehand.
You just kill all the green. Hey guys, we got 3 turns to board wipe.
Come on, hurry up.
Hurry up. Ghost fire slice.
About to get cut.
I'm gonna cut. This is a malevolent shrine. What's his name from JJK?
Oh, why can't I think of his name? I'm looking at Mr. Crocodile. Yeah, I can see him.
Why can I
I can't remember his name.
Itadori's little demon spirit guy.
This is
Sukuna.
Is this Sukuna?
This is Sukuna's ability.
Ghost fire slice. Oh, it totally is. Oh my gosh, actually, it totally is.
This spell costs 2 less to cast if opponent controls a multicolored permanent. Deals 4 damage to any target. This is just gonna kill people's commanders. This is great. I love this card. Just sing. Oh, sorry, you're playing blue-black. Sing.
Yep, 4 damage.
4 damage. I love it.
Yet another, like, lightning bolt almost.
Better than a lightning bolt.
It is. I gave this a 1 spot for that exact reason.
I gave it a 33. Yeah, it's just a good card.
Yeah.
If you're mono red, you should just play this. I think if you're splashing red, you should just play this.
You can, because it's not like it's gonna have the double effect there. So yeah. Oh man, do you think there's enough of them to make a typo with them? Up next, we got Golden Tail Trainer, colorless, green-white for a 1/3 Fox Samurai. You think there's enough foxes? No, I don't think there is.
I mean, you could do it. I think it'll suck.
Yeah. Auras and equipment spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is Golden Tail Trainer's power. Whenever it attacks, other modified creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is this thing's power. Definitely in incentivizing you to either equip or enchant the fox, but the whole like modified synergy, but instead of being red green, it's green white. Oh, I love it.
This thing is crazy.
Yeah, it's very powerful. I gave it a 31.
I gave it a 31. You cheated. Actually, you didn't cheat.
No, this one was perfect.
This was the one where...
This one where you questioned it?
Yeah, I was like, he had to look at the page. I was reading these off to him while he was doing something else. And I'd already put my score down. He was like, oh, I'm going to give it a 31. I was like,
how dare you?
That's exactly my score. How do you know?
Quit cheating off of me.
Stop cheating. I don't like it. Emrakul's Messenger.
She's like, I breathe tithings and tentacles.
What color is in a blue for an Eldrazi fairy rogue? That's a 2/1. It's devoid. No colors. Flying. Whenever you draw your set card each turn, creating an Eldrazi spawn.
That's so good.
Here's mana.
Man.
Here's mana for drawing cards.
Yeah. Like that. Like we don't even have to look at it any deeper than that.
Is this another card going in the boy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
It works perfectly.
It's 8.
I give it an 18. This is just...
I'm surprised you weren't higher on this than I was.
My only beef behind it is it doesn't continue. It only can happen one time. I know I'm being greedy, but I don't...
For each 2 cards you draw, create an Eldrazi. You are a greedy bastard.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get them little tentacle boys. I need more mana. Like, please. Also, I love the fact that it's Emrakul's Messenger. I thought that was early, nice little fan service.
Emmy. Oh, God,
ooh, big damn boy. Next, we have Ether Revolt. For 2 colorless red, we get an enchantment with a revolt. As long as a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn. If a source you control will deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2. I'm sorry, what? I think I read this wrong.
No, you read it right. If a permanent leaves the battlefield, whenever you deal non-combat damage, it deals 2 additional damage.
So you have to deal damage and have a permanent leave the battlefield. that you control.
Yeah. Like a fetch land.
Or a treasure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then whenever you get one or more energy, it deals that much damage to any target. Okay. That last part is what I really like here. That first part is mercy. That's a lot of requirements. But
I don't think it's
not heavy, but it's weird. It's worded weird. Let me rephrase.
It's worded dumb.
It's worded really weird.
It's because they put the effect of it dealing 2 additional damage into the revolt effect. Revolt just says this ability activates when you have a permanent leave the battlefield this turn.
Yeah, they could have worded it simpler in a more simple manner, and it would have hit a little easier.
Energy dot deck, kill somebody, bling bling.
Bling blow.
Bling blow. That was a rare. I made another mistake. I gave it a 20. What you give it?
I gave it a 15.
15.
A 55. A 15.
Okay. Ooh, this card. Monstrous Vortex. 3 colorless and a green for an enchantment. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 4 or greater, discover X where X is that spell's mana value.
As if we needed another one of these.
Yo, just...
Every pants deck was like, please let me triple discover.
Dinosaurs.
Yep, dinosaurs. No, not hydras. Hydras hate discover. And cascade. But yeah, dinosaur.deck.
No, you can put it into your hand.
Oh yeah, you can put it into your hand. Cascade works with hydras, actually, but
no, Cascade would suck.
No, yeah, Cascade doesn't work with hydras.
Discover does because you put it into your hand.
Yes. I gave this thing a 31. I can't imagine it being bad in any deck that runs slightly bigger creatures.
I was being a dummy and didn't put a number, so it's gonna come off the top of my head. It's a 40.
Ooh.
Skittering. What? Precursor?
Yeah, precursor.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be dumber. Skittering Precursor, 2 colors and a red for a 3/3 Eldrazi drone. It's got the void. And Menate, whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn.
Yeah.
Yo.
This is a pitiless plunderer.
This is pitiless.
For red.
This is Pawn of Ulamog in red.
Yes.
Yo, wow, that's...
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be this. Sorry.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's really good. It's surprisingly good.
Yeah, I don't know how much sacrificing you're doing, and it specifically has to be sacrifice.
Yeah, it doesn't just say dies. It specifically says
sacrifice. So you might have a hard time of it specifically in just red, but like as soon as you add black to this, it's just like
yeah, it goes from being a card to like
touch me,
mercy. Because think about it, Pitiless Plunderer would still proc off that. You have a Phyrexian altar and you blow up something on purpose that you're gonna loop, like a reassembling skeleton that's a non-token, it's not a token. And now Pitiless goes, hey, it died, here's a treasure. And this thing goes, ooh, cool, here's an Eldrazi. Like, you're now doubling up on dies triggers. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
if you build around it, holy crap.
I'm gonna give this a... Because it's specifically in red.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it a 47.
That's why I gave it a 48. I'm right there with you.
I didn't even look at your score.
Oh. I gave it a 48 for the exact same reason. If this just said dies, it'd be busted. It'd be just like Pitiless Splendor.
We have a cycle of cards for the last roundabout of commons and uncommons. I'm not gonna read all of these because no. I think these are wedges. Wait. Yeah, they're wedges. So the wedges are 2 ally, 1 enemy. I think.
I believe you're correct.
Or is that a shard? I don't know. Deceptive Landscape, plus all the other ones. They tap for a colorless. Crazy. And then you can sacrifice this to search for a basic. This one is Plains, Swamp, or Forest. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. And then you can cycle the card for whatever the wedge or shard is. There's about 8 of these for 8 different color combinations. I think these are really good for your...
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
No, I'm just agreeing. I think they're really good.
Yeah, I think they're really good for your budget deck. Like, especially for landfall. Crazy
good.
Crazy. Because they're not just generically good, I'm going to give it like a 59.
I gave it an 11 just because I've been on a land matters kick lately. And I love lands that come in and it's a land. And then that land then goes and gets lands. Like, they're always powerful.
Haha, you can't play it in your deck.
I know. It's not, the moo.